Early Sunday evening, late summer, Eleanor walked on the softened wood chips and took a seat on the end of one of the raised beds in the heart of the community garden. She felt she was being soaked with that golden light that seems to only appear on long summer days as they push into the night. She took a much needed gulp of water from her lucky canteen and she thought to herself, wow, what a beautiful weekend. It was a planned event and she was one of the key organizers. They had invited their growing number of enthusiastic community garden participants to work in a shared food forest. A much smaller core team had begun cultivating it a few years back. People had really taken to the idea of having a collaborative space in the garden, something tree-based that would mature and produce more over time while teaching everyone a bit more about ecology. For the weekend, they had planned long working days ending with potlucks. But sitting on that raised bed, Eleanor reflected on a noticeable energy that was growing beyond anything they could have planned or organized. The potluck table was overflowing. A group spontaneously showed up with instruments and played for much of both afternoons, and there was an impromptu sharing of preservation techniques, preparing everyone for the coming harvest season and the surplus they'd all have. As Eleanor sat alone, fingers still dirt speckled, the world felt soft and spacious. The thought then hit, tomorrow is Monday. That meant returning to a different kind of system. Eleanor worked at a warehouse logistics company. She managed orders, each one scanned, routed, scheduled, tracked. If something upstream broke, say a truck was late, everything downstream stalled out and she'd hear all about it. Most of the day was spent reacting. The system was supposed to bring efficiency, but it often felt brittle and impersonal. Mistakes would cascade. The pressure, pretty constant. It was like a big machine, always hungry for oil. Eleanor exhaled and looked out over the garden. The thought then occurred, this garden and community are a system too, but they feel alive. We do make plans and schedules, but that's certainly not where the life comes from. It's like the garden community has a mind of its own. At work, when one part breaks, everything freezes. It's so fragile. But here, when the unexpected happens, the system bends and dances because the parts are alive, listening, all with a coherent and inspired shared purpose. The contrast was hitting hard and true. She was feeling it in her bones. She realized she had more energy now after 2 long days of work than she ever did leaving her job. Tomorrow she'd walk into a building built for machines. For now, she thought, I'm just going to sit here, soak up this light, the feeling of being part of something living and bigger than myself. Now for today's participatory storytelling portion, I want to invite you to share an example of something you feel you are a part of that's bigger than you, that feels alive. Now please share in the comments or on your Instagram or Facebook profile. But don't forget to @mention Awakening Lands. Hope you feel extra alive today.